It's Gem City Tonight with Andrew Mitakides. And now, your host, Andrew Mitakides.
Hello. I love your hands. Your hands actually got into the camera frame. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gem City Tonight. I'm your host, Andrew Mitakides. Out of quarantine, thank God. I'm actually out. We're in isolation doing the studio. We're doing everything we need to. Actually, as you can see, we're back in the studio, but just like before, we have no one here. If we can do a shot, I know we got a remote over here. Can we do a shot of this? There is no one but Keith, Ricky, and Greg and I in the studio because we can't have an audience. That's totally fine. So I can be semi-funny using these jokes, you know, because it's kind of gonna be a thing. But I'm only using the same thing I did in isolation, using my writer's jokes. Only now I can't wear just like sweatpants and jeans. Like, I think, how many episodes did I do in just jeans? 3. I did 3 episodes in just jeans and no shoes. That may have not been the most whoa, you just, woo. There you go. So for those of you who don't know, God laughed at us. And we're doing this on a laptop right now because the teleprompters went haywire. So we did it without an audience. We're doing it right now. We're keeping our social distancing. We're doing the whole thing. So keep scrolling. You're good. Of course, we're following the guidelines. Keep going. Here we go. Anyway, meanwhile, back on Earth, Lowell, our director, who, by the way, there's only 4 of us in the studio. Lowell is over there. He's gone bunker style, and he's in the control room with a bottle of Lysol and won't even talk to us. We've all gone stir crazy in these times. I mean, and that's just over the Popeyes chicken sandwich, right? I'm looking at Keith over here, and he's thinking this is exactly what I'm talking about. I still haven't had one. Have you had one?
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't had one. Is it good?
Yeah.
I gotta get it. Yes, we've touched on the COVID pandemic on the last episode, but I think it's worth mentioning that as soon as the world opened back up to go out and party, go hiking, throw trash cans through windows, stuff like that, for like a week, everybody forgot that like COVID existed. Like we just totally forgot. Although it's still a global pandemic, we are all in the fight, and a vast majority of Americans, and by the way, yes, I'm using Americans. I'm gonna give you a quick thing. Stop scrolling. I'm gonna give you a quick note. Although Americans, North America, take up 4% of the entire world, take a guess of how much COVID we took up. Percentage, take a guess. 31% of all, he's like, 31%, that's what it is. I know what it is. Yes, 4% of the Earth, we took up 31% of the COVID. I mean, I hadn't been really paying much attention to the numbers, because I'm like most Americans, because facts or science, I don't need that. I got BuzzFeed, Twitter, and Facebook. I'm totally fine. I don't need any of that stuff. So we're the leaders because we've had 2,157,026 confirmed cases. You want to know who's second behind us? Take a guess. Anybody in the audience? I got 4 people.
Brazil. Mexico.
Brazil. That's right. Brazil. This is a country that when you Google Brazil, the first thing that comes up, and I did this, 11 things you should never do in Brazil. And the first one is don't put your bag down. What the There's like 11 things you can't do in Brazil. This is not the innerism term, and this is from culturetrip.com, a well-known website. We'll send you places. Yeah, don't put your bag down, don't drink the water, and don't go alone outside. First 3 things. So once again, we have 2,157,026 cases. Behind us is Brazil with 955,000. That's it. We got 1 million more. Like, this is crazy. I didn't even start looking at the numbers. So, yeah, suck it up, world. We're the best. We're America. Take that. That is not something to be proud of. Why did I even do that? That's not something to be proud of. Anyway. I'm not harping on it too much because anyone has been hearing for months, it's all we've been talking about. And actually 10 states are actually rised and they're thinking about shutting down again. I do like to point out that the smog went down. That was a good thing. And most of it because Donald Trump stopped talking out loud. I don't care who laughs at that. I wrote it. I think it's funny. Actually, LA saw a 17% dip. And that's huge because, you know, that's less than the, you know, the stoppings and beatings. I know someone's laughing at home. That's fine. There's no one in the audience to laugh at it. Anyway, I'm going to move on to Independence Day. That's what this episode is about. See what I did there? That's called a pivot, a hard pivot in the TV world. Yes, but we're coming back with Independence. Travel's going to be up, so probably smog's going to be back up, but that's not a big deal. So anyway, it's Independence Day. I love it. And now that we actually get to be outside, we get to do fireworks, cookouts, and watch that idiot redneck try to jump off the roof and hit the outdoor pool. A part of you is like, kind of fail, please, miss it. You don't want him to get hurt, but kind of fall down, please. By the way, like 67% of the time, they fail. They hit. Ribs are gone, and then it's like, get me another beer. It's not a big deal. But this is our second 4th of July episode. Yeah, we're on season 2. And last year we talked about fireworks and how, you know, it's pretty good not to blow your junk or fingers off. So, can I say junk on television? I've just said it twice. Okay, I'm looking at Keith. Keith is my resident FCC guy. Okay. But there's something more important that I really want to talk about. Food. Yes, firing up the grill, cooking out, chowing down. We even have a chef on the show tonight that's going to talk about how to help you, all you Bobby Flay wannabes, like take your burger game to the next level. So, and our desk piece is actually going to be about your top 10 best foods for 4th of July. I got 4 people in the studio. I'm looking at Keith. What's your 4th of July go-to food? Pork. I'm looking at Ricky. What do you got? Hot dog. I'm looking at Greg. Burgers. Well, good. Tonight we're going to do burgers. But you scrolled so far down. Hold on. Hold on. I'm doing this off of a laptop. This is Keith's, by the way. This is how, it's not DATV's fault at all. We love them here and we love we do the show. But for some reason, everything went down. So, all right. Anyway, but putting Corona riots and murder hornets aside, there's been an equally hysterical and outlandish thing going on, and I want to touch on this. Ron Perlman has challenged Republican Texas Senator Ted Cruz to a fight. Did you hear this? Yes, this is a true story. So, he challenged him to a fight on Twitter, and it started with Cruz apparently had nothing better to do and decided to wade into a Twitter scrap. And we're going to put the tweet up here in just a second, and here's what it says. Listen, Hellboy, you talk a good game, but you've got that Hollywood makeup and stuntman. I'll bet you 10 grand to a non-political charity of your choice that you wouldn't last 5 minutes in a wrestling ring with me and Jim Jordan without getting pinned. You up for it, or does your publicist say it's too risky? Can we put that? I think we put that one up. Yeah. Now, granted, to be fair, Jim Jordan looks like Chunk when he ran for political office. I want your vote. Unfortunately, he's actually from Ohio, too. That's the worst part. Yeah, he's from Ohio. He does. Somebody give him a Baby Ruth and his vote on same-sex. Whatever. Now, it started at 10 grand, and God love Ron Perlman. He's got that Sons of Anarchy money. He responded and upped it to 50,000. And if he won, when he wins, that's when he says, when he wins, he's going to donate all the money to Black Lives Matter, to the Black Lives Matter movement. And he's going to win. And honestly, I would love to see that Hellboy Sons of Anarchy money come off the top rope with the elbow in a steel cage. Yeah, I'll wait for that. All right. Stick around. We've got more coming on your 4th of July episode, including me shoving a burger into my face. We'll be right back with more Gem City Tonight. Woo! That wasn't bad.
It wasn't always like this. My friends were slowly going away. They found other people. And the world was slowly revolving around me. With my classes becoming harder and harder, and the constant stress of applying to college, it seemed like suicide was the answer to all of this. It was so easy to do, right there and then. I could have done it, but someone reached out to me. This person actually cared for me, talked to me, and understood me. Suicide is never the answer. Know the signs, find the words, and reach out.
All right, we're back with Gem City Tonight. That was a dicey monologue. I got 4 people to talk to in here, and I love it. That was a dicey monologue. Ricky, thank you, by the way, for Ricky earned her keep. She was doing this. This is what she did for like 6 minutes. So thank you for that. It's gonna be an interesting episode. Can we get the White Claw off the desk? Are we sponsored by White Claw now? We are now. Can we? White Claws where there's no laws. Welcome to DATV. Can we get just firing on all 8 right now, kids? No, I'm gonna keep rolling. I'm just gonna keep rolling. Yeah. The set is coming because we were in COVID. Is it over here? Can we zoom out? The heat from COVID has taken down the tape. Keith has been our savior today and like fixed it 5 times. So 4th of July, Ricky is losing it back here. Can we get a wide shot? Can we go robotic? We go robotic and see Ricky on the ground here? Please, turn it around. There we go, we're on, can we get on 4? We're on 5? Oh, there she is, she's on the ground, there we go.
You missed me sporting, it's okay.
All right, that's fantastic. All right,
Back to work.
We're back to work. Yes, it's our 4th of July episode. It's our second one. Like I said, before we talked about fireworks and so forth, we talked about food. Like I said, we're going to have a Fifth Street Brew Pub. If you haven't been there, it is delicious. They do great IPAs. They do local stuff. It's a co-op, which we'll talk about later, where everyone kind of like buys in. It's a great thing for the neighborhood. It's in St. Anne's. You ever been to it? Yeah. Oh, it's delicious. They do a brunch too, one of the best brunches in town. So, but once we're talking about food, and everyone's going to go to 4th of July, we got to talk about your top 10 foods. We do lists all here. We do it for Halloween. We do it for candy and so forth. So let's talk about your top 10 best foods for 4th of July. Dun, dun, dun. I did my own music. Greg, you can't see it. Greg looks like Princess Leia right now. With the white, because he has to have the things on his ears. Help me, Obi-Wan DATV, you're my only hope. You're my only hope. This is, okay, all right, I'm moving along. I'm sorry. Oh, turn it around? Yeah.
You turn around.
Oh, here we go. Oh, good. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. How you doing? I don't even know where this goes. I'm sticking this in here. Hello, today on Fixing Your Set, I'm Andrew Mitakides. I'm here for your gaining pleasure. Is it hot in here? Is it just me? Hello! Keith Irvin's in the house. Hello. All right. So, getting back to the show. Top 10. She's snorting over here. I just want to point this out. Top 10 best foods for not Thanksgiving, 4th of July. So Keith, you said barbecue or pulled pork, ribs, burgers, dogs. You're like a big old sausage in your mouth. So we're gonna. That's totally arable. I don't know what the hell you people are talking about. All right, number 10 on the list, coleslaw. That's like more of a side, isn't it? It's true. Okay. Corn on the cob. No. Yeah. See, Keith. No. And it's in your teeth for like days. It's like popcorn. Like, I can't do it. Baked beans. No. What? All right. You can eat the baked beans. I'll eat the coleslaw. Only 7 on this list. Ribs. Yeah, low on the list. To jump totally out of context, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number 5, cupcakes. I'm not kidding. This is from food.com. Cupcakes. Number 4, potato salad. Number 3, and I don't know any family member that does this, wings. I'm fine with it. I'm getting a thumbs up from Keith over here. But who makes wings? Do you have like a smoke? Keith's got his hand up again. Are you like smoking these things, or like do you have like a vessel to do this in? I don't even know the correct term.
Put them on the grill.
You grill them. Interesting. Okay. Do you put like a Kentucky rub on them, or Kansas City, or Memphis, or?
That's like any other meat. Yeah, you let them marinate.
Okay. All right. I'm getting the wrap-up single for Greg. Number 2, hamburger, and number 1, to make Ricky happy, you got them hot dogs. You got them hot dogs. Okay. All right. Quick before we go to commercial. Quick thing. Hot dogs, brats, or sausages. That's a big difference. Oh, really? Look at the look on Keith's face. All right, we're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back with more Gem City Tonight. Get your sausage on, kids.
On August 11th, my brother Max wrote these words and hanged himself. He was only 15, and he had his whole life ahead of him, but he was tormented and bullied until, hopeless and alone, he took his own life.
Though Max's pain is gone, the pain of his family will last a lifetime. Don't let this tragedy repeat itself. If you or someone you know is speaking or thinking about suicide, talk to an adult.
What wouldn't you do to stop it?
All right, we're back with more Gem City Tonight. My next guest actually is not only my boss, and she's kind of my boss, she's also one of the instructors too. But it's an honor to have him on from the Manual Creative Arts Academy. Please put your hands together for Josh and Savannah. You can cheer, yes, clap, yes. Hi. Social distancing, let's give it a go. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
I do want to point out, you look like you were in a bar fight. Because you just had eye surgery.
Just had eye surgery 2 days ago.
What's it like? I've only ever seen you in glasses.
It's freeing. I can see the world.
I have contacts. I'm one step away from like a dog in a cane, so I can't talk. So, thank you for coming on the show.
Of course.
Thank you for hiring me. It's an honor.
We'll see.
See, this is why I like him. This is why I like him. So tell us about, because this was your baby. This was your idea. It's the Manual Creative Arts Academy. You are Josh Manual.
Yes.
So where did this idea come from?
This idea came out of figuring out what to do with a music degree. That wonderful degree that everyone tells you you'll do nothing with. So I opened up a studio to start teaching, and then it kind of developed past that.
It wasn't your first job. You worked for Apple, you did some other stuff.
Yeah.
But you're sitting at home and you're like, you know what? I want to do this. What was that spark? What was that catalyst?
That spark is just the joy of teaching someone else to enjoy and do better at the thing that I love, which is singing. Obviously, I've decided to go get a degree in singing. Craziness. But
Hi, theater and music. I can totally relate. I see. Other than a placemat, it's not good for much until now.
Until now, and now we'll see. You're working hard at it.
I'm trying to. So that was your catalyst. You've been going. It's been going for how many years?
7.5 years now.
Nice. And you have touched on many things with the school. Get highlights that the school does.
We have a budding theater program. We do music across every major instrument for as young as 3-year-olds all the way up to, we've had a 76-year-old student before.
We got a 14-year-old that I'm going to drag out here in a little bit, right there. Is that 14? Am I right? Yeah, and you're 6'4". That's not cool.
So we've got that. We have a small little dance program in some of the schools we partner with in the Dayton area. We have an art program. Just about anything you can imagine in the creative arts, we're trying to do.
So that's enough out of you. Let's get to the pretty one. So how you have known each other for a long time. So how did he drag you into this? What's your journey into?
Well, I started taking lessons at the academy when I was 16. 16. I'd found him through a mutual friend, and I've been taking lessons ever since. And once I got into college and realized that college was pretty lame, I was trying to figure out
for those of you who haven't voted, that it is.
What to do with my life. And like I said, I was taking lessons with Josh, and he kind of took me under his wing and taught me everything I needed to know to work on becoming a teacher. And now I teach.
We've done several sessions for one of the things we're going to talk about going on the production we're trying to put on. I heard you sing. I've heard you sing, and I know you're good, but you decided to open your mouth, and I was like, okay, I'm out. I'm done. I'm just gonna. Can I scoot out of frame? I was like, it's ridiculous.
Thank you.
So, and then we have one of your students. We're gonna bring him on as well. Also 6'9".
That he is.
With better hair than I am, so I don't even like him. That's so. What is? I mean, you were talking about the range of what the students you have. What's your goal for the academy? I'm not doing one of those. What's your 5-year goal? But like, I'm so glad to join on and help with the theater and so forth, and I love, because I'll be teaching Shakespeare and acting, and we've already done online classes. So what's the long-term goal?
Long-term goal really is to have as many students as possible come through exploring the arts and create an avenue for students wanting to pursue careers in the arts to be able to get the education they need to successfully enter into the professional workforce.
Nice. So I know you guys met, and I just met him a few months ago. What was your first impression of Josh? I love doing this.
Oh gosh. I was significantly more obnoxious at 16 than I am now.
I've only gotten worse, actually. I don't know about you people.
I'm pretty sure I came skipping into the room and was just like, all right, hi, how are you? Teach me everything I need to know right now. And I was like, this guy seems like it'll work, so. Yep.
Awesome. Well, when we're going to go to break, when we come back, we're going to actually have 2 students that have worked this one. I've actually sung with both of them, and it's going to be good. So stick tight, and we're going to hear what they think about you. It's not a Maury Povich thing. You're not the father, don't worry. So, all right. We'll be right back with more Gem City Tonight.
These are unprecedented times, challenging how the YMCA works to strengthen community as we have for nearly 170 years. But we've always found ways to help people and communities in times of crisis. Right now, Ys across the country are providing emergency childcare, shelter, food programs, and outreach to seniors. But we can't do it alone. Whether you're connected to the Y or have a fond Y memory, we need you to stay with us. Reach out to your local Y today and stay with us for a better us.
All right, welcome back to Gem City Tonight. We have been talking about the Manual Creative Arts Academy, which I am so excited to be a part of. We've been talking to Josh, we've been talking to Jared, but we've been talking. What do you think about doing a little number?
I think we should do it.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's so excited. Ready? Hit it. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Hakuna Matata. Ain't no past and craze.
It means no worries for the rest rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. When he was a young warthog.
When I was a young warthog.
Very nice.
Thanks.
He found his role lacked a certain appeal. He could clear the savannah after every meal.
I'm a sensitive soul, though I seem thick-skinned. And it hurt that my friends never stood downwind. And oh, the shame!
Oh, a shame!
Got a change in my name!
But what's in a name?
And I got downhearted.
And how did you feel?
Every time that I...
Pumbaa, not in front of the kid.
Oh, sorry.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing race.
It means no worries for the rest of your day.
Yeah, sing it, kid. It's our problem-free
philosophy.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, 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 Hakuna.
It means no worries for the rest of your day.
It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna
Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna.
All right. That was, yes. Can we golf clap that? I'll golf clap that. That was just a segment from one of the things that we're going to be doing later in the fall when everything opens back up. So stay along. How do we find the Academy, Josh?
Go to us on social media, Manual Creative Arts Academy, or manualarts.com.
So there's lots of stuff coming up. I have lessons available. Josh has lessons. We talked to Savannah earlier. She has lessons. Just people like Jack, Jean-Pierre, whatever we want to call him, because he has many names. He has many nom de plumes. And Jared as well. So we'll be right back with more Gem City tonight. I'm going to keep dancing now. I'm going to keep dancing. Can I dance out of screen?
Even though our daily lives are different, one fact remains unchanged. Blood is needed every day by patients facing a range of serious illnesses. If you're healthy, please schedule an appointment to donate by visiting redcrossblood.org.
I love this one. All right, we're back with more Gem City tonight. I already had Josh and Savannah on the set, and they are fantastic because I've worked with them. But let's just, can we keep that on camera? Let's get some students out here that can talk about it. Put your hands together for Jake and Jared. Oh, I called him by the wrong name on purpose.
Yeah, the name's Jack.
I know. He comes out, he's already got sass in him. I love it. He's already got sass. I love it. You raised a great kid here. The mom, but you can't see the mom is in the background over here.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. The one time we can actually on the camera be like, hi, Mom. So and Josh can attest to this, for weeks, we called him Jake. For weeks. And then finally, I got his name right, and we were doing Zoom interviews because we were social distancing and doing online interviews. And then I finally learned it was Jack, and then he puts in Jake on his name on the top of the thing just to mess with me.
Double-crossed you.
You did. You played the long con, my friend. Well played. Well played. Jared, Jack, Jean-Pierre, I'm going to call you everything. Thank you for being on the show. Yeah. So I'm going to start with you. How did you find the Manual Creative Arts Academy?
Well, it all started about like 2 years ago. I just finished like a youth theater show, and there was like this raffle thing for the Manual Creative Arts Academy, and we decided to put in a thing. It was like a silent auction, and I ended up winning, and there was a picture of Josh. I remember thinking, wow, this guy looks really scary. This guy looks terrifying.
Whoa!
He's
sitting right there. You know that, right?
He's probably really strict. Oh, jeez.
Very.
And then, he's just a big goofball, really.
Aren't we all? But.
And so yeah, I got the silent auction, and I've been with it for about like 1.5 years, almost 2 years, and it's been great. I've grown so much.
Literally, I was doing online classes with you. We've been doing it. By the time this airs, it'll probably be about 1.5 months.
Yeah.
And I walked in and saw you doing a song, and I was like, is this kid the center for the Houston Rockets? Like, what the hell? Are you kidding me? You're 14.
I outgrow my pants every week. Every week, new pants.
Oh, no, I walked in, and you're like, I was like, oh, look, I see what socks you're wearing, because your pants are this short.
We literally
Mom,
just
I'm
bought
so sorry.
new pants
like a
last
weed.
night.
Like
last night, we went to Kohl's and got me new pants for this.
Like a weed. It's crazy. I'm jumping over to the other tall man in the room. Jared, how did you stumble upon?
It was a very funny story. There was a Facebook post from my good friend Savannah here, and said, hey, I'm doing a recital. It would be really great if people could come listen to the recital, and it's for this great music academy and whatever. And I was like, I haven't seen Savannah in a while. I'll stop by. I didn't tell her that I was going to be.
Just drop in, if you will.
So I show up in the audience, and I'm standing in the back. All right, this sounded pretty good. Okay, there's a lot of kids up here, but whatever. And I look up. Oh, I see Savannah up there in the front, near the front of the seats. She's getting ready to do her number, and she looks up back and sees me. And the look on her face in that moment was just
pure like, what?
What are you doing?
Well, the thing I love is we were talking earlier. You don't have a degree, like Josh and I. You don't have a degree in theater. It's like electrical engineering.
Mechanical is what I'm working on.
And you've done, and I'm like, what? That's a hard left turn. You got to put a signal on when you make that change. Okay, but you've also done one of the things we're working on. The show we're gonna hopefully premiere. We'll do one of the numbers here in a little bit. Is you've done barbershop before?
Yes.
Which is, for those who don't know, super hard. Notice everyone in this line, including myself, is like, yeah, super hard. So you jumped into that, and you gave us one of the numbers for that. Thanks, bro.
Y'all asked, I delivered.
All right, back to you, Jenny. You've clearly got a fantastic support system with your family. My mom did the same thing for me as well as our parents that have degrees in it. Where do you want to go with it?
Well,
Whoa. Can everyone pause? He was like,
Fascinating question.
Do you hear? You want to sit here? We can check here.
I'd love to do that.
Here we go. Here, go ahead. No, go ahead. Here we go.
This feels right.
Where do you want to go with it?
Well, actually, it's a very fascinating question. Thank you very much for asking.
Okay.
Well, I'm kind of open to anything, really. Musicals, TV, film, wherever it takes me. I know that's very cheesy, but wherever life directs me.
That's fine. Well, you're in charge now. So you have any questions for the dais here?
Well, I'm actually very curious, very, very, very curious, extremely curious, actually.
Well,
how did you and Josh meet?
It was a post on is it Facebook? Yeah. And I've always wanted to teach. Why did I start getting interviewed? I just lost all control of my show. I've always wanted to teach. I had an amazing mentors. Joe Deere, who's been on the show at Wright State, which we have Wright State alums sitting here, and then Shirley Kagan, who's my muse, and she's helped me. Like, I found my method through her. I've broken down in front of her. She's helped me build me back up. but I've always wanted to pass it on. So when I had that chance, I saw the ad, I walked in, Josh and I immediately started laughing and catching up, and then I met Savannah, and I think the third time we ever met, I was like, that's it, I'm all in.
Very interesting.
So.
Josh, I love doing this. What was your first impression of Andrew?
This is fantastic.
My first impression of Andrew is this is a really tall individual. And wow, is he funny.
How much, are we running out of time? How much time do we have left?
I don't know what's happening. This is your show.
Whatever. Well, this means you have to throw it to commercial. You got, all right, so you got to look in the 4. Here, we're gonna do this like it's real. Okay. So you got to look in the 4.
That camera, right
there. Right there. Okay. And like, all right, we'll be right back with more Gem City Tonight.
We'll be right back with more Gem City Tonight.
That was pretty good. I'm keeping it. It's on the show. That was awesome, dude.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're all right.
Sorry.
All right, welcome back to Gem City Tonight. As you know, this is our 4th of July episode, and as many of you will be doing, you'll be grilling out and burning burgers like I do. That's why I brought on a professional to talk about it. So welcome, Jake Smith from 5th Street Brew Pub.
Thanks for having me, Andrew.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, obviously, everyone's grilling out and so forth, and the big thing they're going to be going for is burgers, and I've eaten at 5th Street Brew Pub, and it's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
So, but for those novices at home, I want you to do like Burger 101.
Burger 101, you got it. Okay. 3 simple rules to remember, and you're way ahead of the game. First, fat is flavor. Second, let it rest.
That's like a dating thing, isn't it? Okay, all right.
Second, let it rest. Third, never stress. So we're going to start with 80-20 chuck. That's the cut you want. You can go up to 85-15. That's lean percentage to fat percentage.
Is there a difference in flavor, or is there like,
There's more flavor.
Okay.
So the difference in flavor in our burger comes from being grass-fed, grain-finished. That increases our marbling, and that kind of changes the flavor of the fat, makes it more complex.
Okay.
So you're really getting the taste out of the meat.
So when we dive into the grill, a lot of people have the home, whether it's propane or whether it's gas or charcoal. How hot does it need to be? Like, 'cause we all see that temperature on the thing, and I'm like, oh, that looks like a speed dial. I have no idea what I'm doing.
You want about 3/4 of the way up the dial. Very high heat.
So 375, 400?
About 375 to 400, yeah. You have some wiggle room, and it also depends. Not everybody's going to go for burgers, so if you're doing a veggie burger, or doing something like a chicken burger.
That tastes like feet.
Yeah.
I'm not eating that.
We're not even going to talk about
We're not
it,
even
right?
about that.
All right.
But can you keep that same consistency? Because obviously people aren't going to be doing burgers. They're going to be doing hot dogs, brats.
Right. Yeah, you'll want to do the same thing. Clean grill, hot, and just a little bit of time.
This show is very hot. You're welcome. I don't know what camera I'm talking into. This show is hot. So before we jump into the aspects of the burger, I love 5th Street Brew Pub.
Oh, thank you.
You guys are a co-op.
Yes.
So for those who don't know, tell us what that is.
So a co-op is designed to give back to the community. We are owned by our members. We have about 3,400 of them currently. You come in, you pay a one-time fee for a lifetime membership, and you get a discount on food, beer, points toward merchandise, gift cards, and even specialty guest tappings if you want one.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the big thing that I love that I've actually partnered with you guys for is I've come in and guest bartended.
Right. That's our 5th Street Gives Back program. We're able to give about $50,000 a year to local charities and nonprofits through that.
Yeah, I did it for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Yeah.
I was a horrible bartender. Please God never have me back. We'll get somebody else. But it was such a blast. And And like the rugby team, like I said, we talked about the Flying Pigs.
Yes,
we come
sir.
in. Did Dustin leave or Derek? What is his
Dustin.
name?
There he is.
There he is.
There he
See,
is.
I told you I was going to call you out on camera. I told you I'm going to call you on camera. And then Tanya, who I love to death, she's always worked with us so much. So huge shout out to you, wherever you are. So all right, so we're doing the 80-20. So how to season?
How to season? Really simple, like we said. Grass-fed, grain-finished. We want to taste the meat. We're just going to give it a little bit of help. I like a thick, coarse salt.
Are you doing normal salt or sea? Like, because there's all these salts these days. Sea
Right.
salt, regular salt, sexy salt.
It's all sexy.
I dropped my
Salt
microphone.
is sexy.
I was so sexy, I dropped my microphone.
So I prefer either kosher or sea salt, and the reason is it's got a bigger grain. You have a bigger chance of over-salting if you used iodized salt.
Are we doing both sides or just one side?
We're going to do both sides.
Okay.
We're going to do a little cracked black pepper too. And you see a lot of salt on there, but you're going to want a little bit more than you think you need. That's going to give us a great crust.
Okay, and you're putting, is that vodka? What is that? What are you putting on there right now?
I'm just putting a little bit of clear, like oil, light oil.
Olive oil, virgin oil? It's a virgin.
Any oil you want. You could
see what I did there.
You could do any oil you want. I prefer a little bit of olive oil. It adds to that pepperiness.
Does it help to, like, when it sears?
Yes. So it's going to form that crust and it's going to keep our juices in.
Okay.
So we're going to just hit the other side. I even hit the sides too. A little bit of salt.
Like I love this move. Are you seeing it with the hands? You seeing this
We'll
move?
do it a little higher.
Yeah, do it high.
Just a little
I
bit.
love this move. I can't do this. I've probably also had 3 martinis, and I'm like, salt. Put some pepper on it. How you doing? Good to see you. Try the veal.
Well, that's the thing. So once you get this part done, have another martini because you got no work hardly after this. You just have a hot grill and a little bit of time.
So the thing that I've always heard is with the chefs, they do with the hands. Because you've been a chef for how many years now?
8 years now.
And you started there, right?
I started at Fifth Street Brew Pub, yes, as a dishwasher.
And worked your way up.
Yeah,
Talk
that's
about
right.
buy up your bootstraps. I love
That's
that.
right.
And you said you spread your wings, but you came back.
Yes, sir. I've been a little bit around the area. Was at the Dayton Racket Club for a little while. Was at the 416 Diner. Shout out to them. Still doing good things. And then found my way back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the thing I always hear is like with steaks is like, what's the thing with a thumb? Like rare, medium, like fine.
Oh, okay. So make an OK sign with your hand.
Okay.
And then you're going to touch right here. Okay, that'll be about rare.
Okay.
Okay. About mid-rare, medium, mid-well, well done.
Ew. All right, say that one more time for the camera. Can we focus in on that?
So we got rare, about mid-rare, medium, mid-well, well done.
I like that. I knew it was something.
Easy peasy, man. Yeah, yeah.
By the way, we all just did this. We got everyone on camera. Boom, we got you all. Enjoy that. Got you all. Next, I'm going to rickroll you in the next episode. All right.
And then the only other tip I have before we start cooking is to make sure that your patties are just a little bit bigger, you can see, than our bun.
Right.
To account for the shrinkage. Again, 80-20
Shrinkage.
lean to fat. Always watch out for shrinkage.
Always watch out for shrinkage.
Because it's going to shrink a little bit, and then it's going to wind up being perfect.
We're going to get to this in a second.
Yes.
So the thing I always hear is only flip it once.
Only flip it once.
Why?
Because you don't want to play with it too much. The cow's done the hard work.
Okay.
So you only flip it once because you don't want to lose your juices. You want to give it a good hard sear on both sides. So when you throw it on your grill, do it about 2/3 of the way up your grill if you're using a domed grill. That's going to be about your hottest spot. And then 3 minutes to 4 minutes is going to be a good mid-rare plus medium. Flip it, close it again. 3.5, 4 minutes.
What about pushing? You see a lot of people push.
No
pushing.
No,
no pushing.
So that's our third part is never stress.
Okay.
So never stress that
Welcome to
burger.
2020.
Yeah. We're trying to make
Never
it stress-free
stress.
as possible. Yeah, so you're never going to stress your burger, you're never going to press it. We did all this work making the sear really good, keeping the crust good, keeping the juices in.
Okay.
We don't want to just lose them, just to look busy on a grill and make it sizzle.
Is there a cool down time? Because normally people are like, hey, come and get them, they're hot.
Right, so let it rest. That's one of our steps. Before you never go straight from your fridge right to your grill. Let it rest minimum 15 minutes to get acclimated to the room temperature. Makes your cook time a lot more even and let your juices kind of get through there. Then after you pull it off, let it rest for about 3 to 5 minutes. Let the juices redistribute.
See, this guy. I would never have known any of this crap. So one of the things that a lot of people know about Fifth Street Brew Pub, not only do you do your own beers or whatever, your menu is not only extensive, it is goddamn delicious.
Oh, thank you so much, man.
So like you have, I'm a heat guy. You have 3 like, good burgers on there, but you got one that is just like, just talk about it. I will let him describe it.
You're talking our blazing burger with our spicy deep fried pickle chips, ghost pepper cheese, and a fried egg on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what's called a hangover cure, right? Isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
That's what'll save you.
No, yeah, we love spice, and that's the great thing about a burger. That's why it's a classic, is it's a blank canvas. I mean, other than burger and bun, you can do whatever.
So it's, I mean, what are your thoughts on, and this has always been a point of contention, like Kobe beef?
Kobe beef is good. I wouldn't.
No, he had to take a deep breath.
If I'm going Kobe and I'm paying for Kobe, I'm going for steak.
Gotcha.
If I'm going for a burger with friends and family, as long as I got 80-20 chuck, I know I'm gonna have a good time.
Perfect. So this is the finished product. This is from your place.
So this is the burger that we're running next week, and again, talking about a blank slate. This is our soaked and smoked burger.
Can we get how much bacon is on this thing? My cholesterol just went up looking at this thing. This is fantastic.
So this is all Ohio-raised beef, grass-fed, grain-finished, smoked Gouda cheese, Applewood smoked bacon.
Look at that thing. Look at that.
Applewood smoked bacon, balsamic soaked mushrooms, and we're doing some special caramelized onions this week with our Scottish Rain beer and honey.
Can I take a bite of this?
Of course.
Oh,
please.
I'm going in.
Please.
Don't even act like I'm not. I'm totally going in. All right, here we go. Oh my God, that's good. That's really good, by the way. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, Jack Smith, Fifth Street Brew Pub. What camera am I going into? This is so good. We'll be right back with more Jim City Tonight. Thank you for being on the show. My hands are
thank you. No,
we'll be right back with more Jim City Tonight. This is really good.
Thank you, man. He's not gonna save any for you.
I'm gonna keep eating it. I don't care. I'm gonna keep eating it. All right, we're back with Gem City tonight. You probably recognize this handsome gentleman sitting next to me, Keith Irvin, wearing his, who's that? Who's 50? Oh,
what?
God, I can't, never mind, we've lost him. Keith's been on the show a bunch of times. He's a huge supporter, he always works with us. I do want to highlight one of the things you do. What's the show you do here at DATV?
I do a show called Comedy Showcase Make Me Laugh. We've been in quarantine, so I haven't been on the show here in February, March?
Yeah, I think February, yeah.
It's been a minute, so.
It's been a hot minute.
I'm gonna try to build it back up and get some people in, get some new ideas and start shooting.
I've been on it.
You inspired me. I'm gonna start next week.
Do it. So, how did you hold up through all this whole quarantine thing?
I was fine with my real job. I was one of the, what they call it, the
Essentials?
Essentials.
Well, you work in a hospital.
I worked in a hospital.
And thank you for what you did.
You're very welcome.
That's huge.
It was very hard work. I worked third shift, so.
First off, anyone watching, third shift is awful. I worked third shift at Myers once.
Once? Yeah, I've been on third shift for 26 years, people. It's
no, thank you for all you did.
No life, no kids. I got my mother.
Well, we need a laugh right now, so would you do me the honor and do us the honor of doing a little stand-up?
I'll give it a shot. I'll tell you about my Corona 3-month experience.
Floor is yours, sir. Keith Irvin, everybody.
So, February was the March when the Corona started hitting. I'm a single man, so I have to tell you, I'm TikTok famous, Andrew. Yeah, I don't know what the steps is on being TikTok famous, but I got 20 strangers following me. So.
Sounds like a Friday night.
It was a Friday night, a Saturday night. Oh, it's weird. I mean, you get into TikTok. I don't know if there's a lot of people out there that know what it is and know what it do, but it can keep you up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. It keeps me up. Well, I won't even talk about what I used to watch because this is the 8 o'clock show. Am I right? It's 8 o'clock.
You're right.
Yeah. So let's just say Netflix was my friend. So, and other things, let's see, I'm 56, so this corona thing is real. You know, the older you are, you got to take care of yourself. So I had my first doctor's appointment to check things out, make sure I'm okay. I go in and I don't know how many people watching are of that age, but it's, for us, it's pants down, bent over, checking. I mean, I don't know what happened to, you want to check my ear, doc? You want to, check my temperature? I don't know. But as soon as I got these like Keith, I'm just checking your teeth, brother. This is the dentist office. We took your temperature, you were okay. So put your pants on. That's what he said. He didn't call the cops, so I was good to go. As you could probably tell, I'm single. I've been single for a minute. As in minute, I mean 3 years of living by myself, people. It's not easy. But I'm on the dating sites, I think I just about hit all of them. For anybody out there, I'm on Christian Mingle. That's blackguygospel.com. I'm on Black People Meet, of course. That's Mandingo Love 101. Let's see, I'm on Craigslist. That's stalkmeanytime.com. Tinder, I'm on Tinder. You guys know Tinder, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Tinder's my stuff. That's Black Love, I give you 20 minutes.com. But if you don't know Tinder, it's a dating site. All you got to do is look at the picture. If you like the picture, you swipe right. If you don't like the picture, you swipe left and keep it moving. Early on, I was swiping left. I was picky. I was picky as hell. But here in a little bit, especially since Corona, I just swipe right for everything. You know what I mean? Cover my bases. And it worked. I got a date tonight, people. Thank you. I mean, he's a nice guy and all. He's coronavirus free. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Support live comedy. Support me. Support my buddy, Mr. Andrews over there. And stay safe. And be nice, okay? Be nice.
Everything he said, I totally affect. That was, you're just swiping.
You're
like making it rain.
Yeah,
just meant to like on
I
the
think
Tinder.
I saw your profile on one.
It was my better side. It was the back side. That was the problem. Keith Irvin, always a friend of the show. We're going to have him on a lot of time. Follow him. He's on Facebook. He's everything. He's a great guy. And he's right. Be nice. Love everybody. We'll be right back with more Gem City Tonight.
We forgot to do our dance.
We just swiped. Unusual to be loved on anyone. We don't have to go to commercial yet. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone.
Heiny, tushy, badonkadonk, call it what you want, but talk to your doctor because the American Cancer Society says colon cancer is a leading cause of cancer deaths in the U.S. I was diagnosed with colon cancer, but I might have avoided it completely if I just had my keister checked. So get off those juicy doubles and go get your rump shaker screened so you can say you literally saved your own Can we change padonkadonk?
All right. I want to thank everyone who's been on the show. Fifth Street Brew Pub, Keith, Manual Creative Arts Academy. Everybody have a safe, fantastic, and masked 4th of July. Hope everyone's safe. And remember, Dayton, you're not alone.
And you never will be.
He's right. Have a good night, kids. Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing grade. It means no worries for the rest of your day. It's our problem, babe. Philosophy, Hakuna Matata. We back out of the frame. It's the best closing to the show ever.